You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about quarterbacks. Scouting combine started yesterday. It's really in effect today. You've got actual media figures, insiders, this and that and the other at the scouting combines. Live streams are being done from the scouting combines. Very interesting indeed. Coaches, general managers are present. I've said it yesterday. I'll keep saying it. That's where a lot of business gets done in the National Football League is the scouting combine. A lot of people are talking shop, talking deals, talking trades. And one of the guys, we're going to talk about two quarterbacks, but one of the names that has now emerged out of nowhere, and I think it's a really intriguing kind of option. If you need a quarterback or you're in a situation where you'd like to have a much stronger backup situation, I'm actually kind of surprised the Bears are willing to even entertain this, because we know Ben Johnson loves him some Tyson Bagent, but they may be getting some offers, and they did confirm teams are calling them about Tyson Bagent, and we know that would be as a starting quarterback. That would be as somebody's starter. If you're Arizona, if you're the New York Jets, why in the world wouldn't you at least consider it? You know, especially depending on what you could get him for, like a fourth or a fifth, forget about it. I'd flip a fourth or I'd flip a third over there for Tyson Bagent, just to make sure that this guy is not capable of being a good starting quarterback in the National Football League. Bears quarterback Tyson Bagent could be on the move this offseason. Bears signed Bagent to a 2-year extension last summer that keeps him under contract through the 2027 season. But neither general manager Ryan Poles nor head coach Ben Johnson ruled out trading him during Tuesday's press conferences at the scouting combine in Indianapolis. Ryan Poles said the team has received calls about Tyson Bagent from other clubs and called the prospect, quote, an interesting dynamic that we're going to have to work through, because it would also involve finding a reliable backup to Caleb Williams. Bagent has appeared in 7 games, thrown 6 passes in that role over the last 2 seasons. But Johnson said the quarterback's preseason work has left the team with the belief that Tyson Bagent is capable of being a starter in the league. Quote, you want to see him have a chance to do it himself. In fact, let's just play it. And we'll get to Tua Tagovailoa in a minute, folks. We will get there, but let's do Tyson Bagent first. Ben Johnson
to do it himself, and so we'll always do what's best for our team and our organization. I do think there's a lot of merit to having a strong number 2 quarterback, which he certainly fits that bill. I'm of the mind that he's probably one of the best 32 in the NFL. His preseason tape over the last few.
He just said he's one of the best 32 in the league, which tells you Ben Johnson believes Tyson Bagent is a starter.
Years has probably confirmed that, in my opinion. But if I took myself out of the equation, I want what's best for him. If he would like an opportunity to start, I certainly hope he can get that somewhere. Couple more.
Okay. If he would like an opportunity to start, he would like to see him be able to do it. If you're a Bears fan, do you really want Tyson Bagent gone? I wouldn't, personally speaking. If he was my backup, I'd be like, I want to keep that dude. Arizona makes some sense. New York Jets certainly makes some sense. If you're the Cleveland Browns, would you take a look at him? Would you take a hard look at him? We know, look, he's been in Chicago. He can play in cold weather. Minnesota, I really wouldn't even want to bring them up, because I don't see the Bears flipping anybody to Minnesota, the Packers, Detroit in division, especially this guy. I don't think that would happen. But that's interesting. Now we've got another quarterback that's officially in the mix for the QB carousel, and that's Tyson Bagent. There's word is Atlanta is sniffing around for another possible quarterback. Would Stefanski look at him after this guy's been with Ben Johnson? It's really interesting. That's really interesting. So that brings us over to Tua Tagovailoa. John Eric Sullivan, the new general manager, had some things to say about Tua. And I got to tell you, in my opinion, I mean, the Dolphins aren't even trying to play like they want to keep this guy. Guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the like button. Check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Channel memberships, exclusive content, and go get you some merch. Go get some merch. So, right here, the Dolphins want to get rid themselves of Tua Tagovailoa in his contract. They're not even trying to act like they even remotely want to keep Tua. They are so done with him. That said, he'll probably end up back on the roster. The Dolphins, though, haven't ruled anything out. Quote, we're evaluating the entire roster, General Manager John Eric Sullivan said at the scouting combine on Tuesday. As it pertains to Tua, we've had conversation with Tua and his representatives. Everything is on the table, including a potential trade. We don't know which way that's going to go. There's a lot of different factors at play, a lot of conversations we've had. A release of Tua Tagovailoa would leave them with a $99 million dead cap charge for this year, or they could make a post-June 1 cut and spread that over 2 years. Either way, it appears Quinn Ewers will start for the Dolphins in 2026. Guys, there's a lot of Malik Willis fire around the Dolphins. A lot. Evaluating the roster, Quinn did a nice job towards the end of the year. Excited about what's ahead for him. Tua, I thought, even though things didn't go well at the end of the year, did some good things along the way. It's my job to infuse competition into that room as well as every other room. I did not think they would cut Tua because of that dead cap, but I am starting to believe, because of how much the cap went up and how much it'll go up again next year, I think they're going to do everything they can to trade him pre June 1. But after June 1st, I think they cut him. If they can't trade him, I think they cut him. Now, the question becomes, is Tua Tagovailoa the next Sam Darnold? The next, I'm not counting the Raiders situation, but the next Geno Smith, who became a good starter for Seattle for 3 years. The next potential, we saw what Mac Jones looked like. He looked like a starter under Kyle Shanahan. The next Baker Mayfield, a guy that is going to reboot his career. You know? If they cut him, is he in play to be a backup in Chicago? He hasn't played well with in cold weather climates. Would he want to go play Minnesota, Kevin O'Connell? Try to play with Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. If the Niners were to actually get an offer they couldn't refuse for Mac Jones, would Kyle step in since he was with Mike McDaniel and bring him to San Francisco? Tua could try to reboot his career there with Kyle Shanahan, or the most obvious, reunite. And if I was Tua, this is what I'd be trying to cross my fingers to do. Reunite with Mike McDaniel as the backup to Justin Herbert with the Chargers. And you not only get Mike McDaniel, quarterback guru, but you get the guy that rebooted and saved Alex Smith's career Jim Harbaugh. And then maybe, who knows? Maybe you can turn yourself back into a good starting quarterback. Tua's had flashes, but the concussions and all of this is what makes him so risky. And in all honesty, if we got to just be real, be raw, and that's what we do on this channel, is all the concussions part of the problem here? Can he still play quarterback as a starter because of all those hits? I mean, it's like the one thing nobody wants to talk about, really. Man, that shit was real. We all saw it. You just got to wonder. You know, I hate to bring up, is the processing still like it used to be? Man, Tua was a good college quarterback. I mean, he was a damn good college quarterback. And arm strength is another problem there. Like, if you ask me, Rhodes, would you rather have Tyson Bagent or Tua Tagovailoa? I'd be like, Tyson Bagent. I mean, I know there's a lot of unknown there, but the kid's got a real arm and he's mobile. Give him a shot. Tua, you're like a punch-drunk boxer at this point. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.